Bimo and Haris meet gods and goddesses. Haris, a 10-year-old boy with curly black hair that is always messy, and his eyes sparkle with the spirit of adventure, has an unusual best friend. Bimo, a wise and strong giant panda whose fur shimmers like jet black silk in the sunlight. The two of them are accomplished adventurers in a vast and magical fairyland. A land filled with dark and mysterious forests, fast-flowing and winding rivers, and towering mountains that reach into the clouds, disappearing behind the ever-swirling mist. They have been on adventure after adventure, helping the magical creatures they meet, from a tiny fairy who has lost her wings and is begging for help finding them again, to a kind giant who has been trapped in a complex magical trap and needs help to escape. They have overcome many obstacles that have tested their courage, intelligence, and teamwork, proving that true friendship can conquer any challenge. One day, in the midst of their long and arduous journey, as the sun set in the west, painting the sky a dazzling shade of orange and purple, they discovered a hidden cave behind a majestic and thundering waterfall. The waterfall cascaded down a high cliff, creating a cool and refreshing mist around it. Cautiously, they approached the cave, following a path hidden by the lush greenery. Inside the cave, there was an old wooden chest, worn with age, its weathered wood showing just how old it was. Carefully, they opened the chest and found an ancient map folded neatly, wrapped in soft golden silk. The map was made of soft animal skin and was decorated with intricate carvings that looked like ancient spells, telling the stories of the gods and goddesses. The map showed the way to the temple of the great god and the great goddess, a place said to be inhabited by the guardian gods of the fairyland, masters of the forces of nature and great wisdom, who had the power to change fate and grant blessings to those who were worthy. With great curiosity and hope, Haris and Bimo decided to follow the map's directions, even though they knew that the journey to the temple would be full of unexpected dangers and mysteries, challenging their courage and intelligence. The journey to the temple was far more challenging than they had imagined. They had to pass through a deep, pitch-black valley, where mysterious creatures lurked in the shadows, waiting for an opportunity to strike. They had to face a fast-flowing, rocky river, testing their courage and teamwork by jumping over deep ravines and crossing fragile, crumbling bridges. Bimo, with his extraordinary strength and agility, managed to bring Haris through these obstacles safely, while Haris, with his intelligence and puzzle-solving abilities, found shortcuts and solved the riddles that blocked their journey. They also met various other magical creatures, some who helped them with clues and assistance, while others tried to hinder their journey in various ways, testing their courage and intelligence. They had to use their intelligence, courage, and teamwork to overcome each challenge they faced. They learned a lot about the meaning of friendship, courage, and teamwork during their long and challenging journey. After several weeks of tiring and adventurous travel, they finally arrived at a mountain peak, shrouded in thick, cold fog, where the wind blew hard and carried the fragrant scent of wildflowers. At the top, there was the temple of the great god and the great goddess, magnificent and enchanting, with intricate carvings depicting the stories of the gods and goddesses, and gems that sparkled like stars in the night sky, creating a magical and sacred atmosphere. The atmosphere around the temple felt sacred and serene, filled with positive energy that soothed the soul and made them feel peaceful and solemn. With pounding hearts, Haris and Bimo entered the temple. The fragrant and calming scent of incense filled the air, making them feel peaceful and solemn. In the center of the temple, there was an altar decorated with gems that emitted a soft and sparkling light, creating a magical and sacred atmosphere. Around the altar, various ancient symbols and mantras were carved that were full of mystery and power, telling the stories of the gods and goddesses. Suddenly, the mist around the altar began to swirl rapidly, creating a stunning and enchanting vortex of light, colorful like a rainbow. From the center of the vortex of light, two figures emerged, emitting a holy and noble aura, as if they were the embodiment of light and wisdom. The first figure, the great god, has a handsome face with a white robe that glitters like eternal snow. His hair is long and white like clouds, and his eyes radiate the light of wisdom. The second figure, the great goddess, has a beautiful face with a blue dress that is graceful like the twilight sky. His hair is long and jet black like the night, and his eyes radiate the light of compassion. "Welcome, Horus and Bimo," said the great god in a melodious and authoritative voice, his voice echoing throughout the temple, sending vibrations that were felt in their bones. "We have long awaited your arrival. Your journey of courage and kindness has been witnessed by us from the top of the sky, from the world of the gods and goddesses." The great goddess added, "You have helped many beings in this land, showing extraordinary kindness and courage. You have proven that kindness and courage can defeat evil and hardship, even the most powerful evil. Therefore, we wish to give you a gift as a token of appreciation for your services, as a token of gratitude for your kindness and courage." The great god reached out and touched Haris's forehead. Instantly, Haris felt his mind become much sharper and wiser. He was able to understand everything more easily and was able to solve problems more quickly. He felt as if all the knowledge of the world was flowing into his mind, giving him infinite wisdom and knowledge. The great goddess then touched Bimo's forehead. Bimo felt his strength increase drastically. He felt stronger, more agile, and more resilient. He felt as if all the power of nature was flowing into his body, giving him unmatched strength. "Use this power for good," said the great god. "Always do good and help anyone in need. Guard this fairyland and protect the weak creatures from evil. Your kindness and courage are the strongest weapons to fight evil, to create peace and prosperity in this fairyland." After giving their message and blessings, the great god and the great goddess disappeared into the mist, leaving Haris and Bimo with hearts full of gratitude and infinite awe. They continued their adventure with the new strength and wisdom they had gained, ready to face the new challenges and adventures that awaited them in the vast and magical fairyland. Watch Haris and Bimo's extraordinary adventure as they meet the great god and the great goddess. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video for more amazing, inspiring, and adventurous fairy tales, the narrator exclaimed excitedly.